Hello, my sweet friends, and welcome to another Nadia's Wreath Wednesday. Today we are making 3 Dollar Tree floral spring wreaths. Alright, for this wreath, we're using a foam wreath form from the Dollar Tree, and also I did get this from the Dollar Tree. This is 20 yards, 18 millimeters, and it's a little bit of a thicker kind of twine. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap it all around this wreath. Alright, I'm done wrapping all the way around, and this is what's left. Not bad. I thought it was going to be a lot less that's left. I thought actually I was going to end up using 2 of these rolls, but I got away with 1. So I'm just hot gluing this piece in place. I'm going to cut this off, this little tail off. We're going to be hot gluing on top of it here anyway. And now I'm grabbing some gorgeous hydrangea from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just taking them off the stem. So I'm going to start from the middle and just hot glue out. Now I'm taking some of this leftover twine and I'm going to go around my fingers 5 times. Find that center. And I'm just using a leftover piece of jute cord here. Okay, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take these little ends and I'm going to tie them, leaving about 1/2 inch. Just going to take tweezers and just kind of go. Hot gluing it in place. Then I'm just going to get a little pearl, put a little pearl right there. And this is the 14 millimeter pearl from the Dollar Tree. This is a Dollar Tree little divider that I got, and all of these are from the Dollar Tree too. You don't have to, worry about keeping them in little bags or whatever. So this is actually a really great idea to do with your little pearls. All right, there you go. Today, I'm collaborating with my very talented friend Antoinette from Simple Yet Chic. She is an amazing DIYer. She does everything from trash to treasure, holiday decor. You can find her do tablescapes and even some recipes. Please check her out. If you are new to her, let her know that I sent you. And now, let's get back to the video. Alright, for this wreath, I'm going to be using this bamboo wreath from the Dollar Tree, and it's about 12 inches. As you can see, it's not really an even 12 inches, but that's alright. I will also be using floral wire to attach the florals to the wreath. And the florals I'll be using are these green hydrangeas and these rose little bushels from the Dollar Tree. And these are just so pretty. I'm absolutely in love with this bouquet. But when I was trying to design or figure out how I wanted this, the thing is, when you're making a bouquet where there's already so much color, we have brown, green, red, I wanted something to bring it out but keep it country, and I decided to use the green. Look how the green brings out the beautiful red. All right, so what I'm going to do is, well, first let's remove the little tag, and then I'm going to grab wire cutters because I do want to attach the greenery. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach it right here. We're just kind of making the little bushels. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's perfect. See, there's 6. and we can use 3 of these bushels per each. And I'm going to get one long one to put on top, and then another shortish one. Okay, so the long one I'm going to put on top right there. Then I'm going to put one short one right here. And that's gonna bring out that rose right here. And then one right here. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a piece of wire and just wrap it around. Now that I have it how I want it, what I'm going to do is, obviously this is not straight, figure out where I want my center to be. So because it's almost like an egg shape here, I'm going to make this my bottom, because the flowers are going to fill this area up right here, and you're not going to be able to tell that it's kind of, well, crooked. So the next thing I want to do is I want to shape it to the wreath, and we're just going to bend it. We're just going to bend it whichever direction this is going. So for example, right here. And for now, I'm just going to shove it in between the twines. We'll attach it later. And then I'm going to work on the second one. All right, now I'm grabbing more wire, and I'm just attaching the florals straight onto my wreath. All right, my flowers are nice and secured in the back with some wire. Alrighty, now we're going to decorate the area in the middle with a bow, and I wanted to keep this farmhouse, so I am going to use a burlap bow. And this is from the Dollar Tree. I pre-measured it, and I'm going to use 2 pieces, and I call this type of bow a Christmas bow. And I'll tell you why. It's because the way I put it together. Now I did want to shabby this up a little bit, so I'm going to take about 2 strands from the edges. I have another piece for the tail. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of these 3 pieces, and I'm going to grab my favorite, my current favorite ribbon from the Dollar Tree. And if you've seen my bows, you know I absolutely love doing this. And I'm going to overlap the ribbon here a little bit. And what you want is about 1/2 inch on the edge, so you can put it over and hot glue it in the back. I'm just going to put it over and just hold it there. This is going to get hidden anyway, so this is really not a big deal. All right, I'm going to do this to all 3 of the pieces. Aren't these just the prettiest little ribbons? All right, now time to put it together. This is where you decide how big you want the bow to be. Okay, I think I like that. All right, now that I've decided, look how much, oh, I wasted so much. I'm going to bring it together. You want the 2 big ones to be the same size. Now here's how we're gonna bring it together. This is how a Christmas bow is pretty much made. So I'm going to fold this in half to the front and fold the sides back. Just like that. All right, since I don't have 10 hands, I'm just going to tie this with a wire real quick. Now we're going to do the same thing here. Fold it in half, and then to the side, and to the side. And then I'm going to bring it together right here. Going to grab another piece of wire and bring these 2 together. So Christmas bow is where you take a loop, and then another piece for the tail. I'm going to find my center, bring it together, and then to the sides. And in case you're wrong, just check with yourself right there. And then we're going to attach this to the bottom. Now I left my tail of the wire longer when I was putting these 2 loops together. so that I can bring it over. Now I'm just going to tighten it in the back. All right, now that I feel that it's nice and secure, I'm going to grab another piece of this ribbon and bring it together. And all of a sudden you have a very pretty little bow. It would be smart to do this part before, but apparently, well, I didn't. I fed a wire through, as you can see, and then I'm going to, all right, now that I have my wire twisted, I'm just going to put it straight onto my wreath and twist it in the back. And this is a really, really strong wire I chose. For this wreath, I'm going to be using this Premium Home Raffia from the Dollar Tree, and this one has been colored pink, and this seems kind of sturdy. This is me really like pulling on it. So I am going to try, we're going to wrap it all around this wreath, and then we're going to decorate it. Just a dollop of hot glue to set it in place before I start wrapping this. I think to make my life easier, I'm going to do this in pieces. And from time to time, I'm just going to give it a little bit of hot glue so it stays in place. And I'm going to take my time. This is so relaxing. And just wrap it around. All right, so here is what I found out about this quote-unquote raffia. This is not really raffia, as in, you know, the original kind of raffia. This is paper. I mean, and the cool part about this, it's strong. Look at this. I did this whole thing right here, and it was so easy. And by the way, when you're going around, make sure you pick a side where you're going to have things that are kind of ending. Now, this is my very last one. I tried to hide as much as I could behind, so you could actually not even really tell, but it, you know, the last one, there's so much you can do. But, you know, this was so easy. And look how much I have left over. If you can actually see right here, between the you see layers right there, this is all that I have left, which is pretty cool. Next time I'm going to see one of these, I'm definitely going to pick more of these up. All right, I kind of opened up the raffia right here. And then I'm going to take a piece of jute cord. I measured how much I wanted the height because I'm going to hot glue it actually so it sits in the spot. But I wanted to hide the fact that this is a jute cord. Very quickly, lightly, I'm just going to hot glue the jute cord and kind of hide it. Just kind of like this. So I'm just doing it in the middle. That way we can like wrap it around. And I'm going to hot glue this piece right on top. See, this way it's nice and strong and you're going to be able to hang it, but you cannot tell that there's a jute cord in between. And here's my back. Since I have this little thing right here, I think I'm going to cover that up even further. We're going to decorate this really simply here. I have the little Valentine's felt flowers. And I'm going to get 3 of these out. I'm going to put the pink ones on the sides right here. So I'm going to flatten them out a little bit. And then the purple one is going to go in between. This one's a little bigger. Maybe I'll use this. Oh, that's pretty, you guys. It is that simple, you guys. How pretty is this? Oh, I'm so in love with this. Thank you so much for joining me for another Wreath Wednesday. Let me know down below which wreath was your favorite. And if you have any wreath suggestions for me, let me know down below. If you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing, hitting the bell and the thumbs up button. I appreciate and love every single one of you. God bless, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!